The story of Don Piper is an amazing one. On January 18, 1989, he was on his way to a church conference when an 18-wheeler struck his Ford Escort head-on. Hit instantly, he was pronounced dead by 4 paramedics on site, but God had the last word. Don Piper told his story on 100 Huntley Street just a few years ago.
So something kind of extraordinary happened. 4 EMTs are working on me feverishly, trying to restore me, revive me. And in spite of their best efforts, they were unsuccessful. I was pronounced dead on the scene by 4 paramedics. And the body was covered up, as we saw in the picture. They're waiting now for a coroner, for a medical examiner to come. Traffic's backed up. Behind me are a lot of other pastors who've been to the same conference. And they began to leave their cars and walk up to the bridge to see what was going on. One of those pastors heard God speak to him. And God said, pray for the man in the red car. That would have been me. I think God's doing a lot more speaking than we are listening, but God was speaking and he was listening. So he got permission to get in the car, crawl under the tarp with the body, and find out that the only thing I didn't break was my right arm. He put his hand on my right arm and he began to pray over the body in the car because God told him to, even though I was a fatality. The moment the truck struck me, I was standing at the gates of heaven, absent from the body, present with the Lord. That's what the Bible says happens, and it does. And I'm surrounded by people I had known and loved in life. The accident happened at 11:45, and that's when this started. It was 1:15 before that gentleman was praying over my dead body and singing the old hymn, What a Friend We Have in Jesus, and I began to sing it with him. And he got out of the car really fast and went over and said, the dead man is singing.
Well, as you can imagine, Don Piper's true story caught the attention of many, including some Hollywood producers who decided to tell his story on the big screen. The movie, 90 Minutes in Heaven, gets released in theaters on September 11th with stars Hayden Christensen and Kate Bosworth.